Hello guys, so before I show the completion, I'd just like to talk about the level a little bit. So I randomly picked this level up because frankly I was losing my mind with Catalyze. And to be honest, this level is not as bad as people say it is. It's not good, like it's not very well polished. There's bugs, you can die in the blue pad auto section at like 60. But overall, I'd say, because I didn't do it as a hardest, overall, if it's not a hardest and you're not having to like push yourself to your limits to beat it, it's not a bad level in the slightest. Hardest part still is 100% Michigan, but it's the kind of level that if you practice the beginning and the end, then you're probably not going to do too badly with it. And also, if you are thinking of going for it, play from 24 like your life depends on it. That carried my consistency. So anyway, I'm going to run through the level and talk about it a little bit. And if you want to skip past that, then that's fine. But let me just go to the level. I'll take copy so I don't add any attempts. Okay, so I screwed up on that one because I was in no clip the whole time, but we're going to go back in, we're going to try again. So this first ship isn't actually that bad. You probably die to it every couple of attempts, but given it's right at the beginning of the level, you'll probably be fine. Although you can mistime that orb up there quite easily. This ship will probably be a bit of a problem even towards the later end of the grind, because this section at the end here, let me just hide pause menu. This, you see I'm up here this time, you can be down here. It's very, very based on what control you have here and exactly what momentum you go into this portal with. So be careful about that. I'd recommend doing a click in it, but sometimes if your momentum allows it, you don't actually have to. This ball is just a ton of buffers. Make sure to time this slot late enough. Make sure to time these clicks late enough, because this does happen. You can also size these beginning ones, but you'll mainly die to this. This ship's fine. You're most likely to die to this first sort of swoop, I guess. But we'll do a click pull there, and then you should be okay. The end bit can be a killer as well, but it's just a little bit more consistent. This ball towards the beginning of your grind can seem literally impossible. You will die at it a lot, but towards the end it's actually satisfying and it gets consistent. Michigan. Okay, the hardest part of the level. This is not as bad as you think it's going to be. It will be a block towards your beginning of the grind, but it's generally okay. Although be careful of this wave here, because this can be run killer, and also this ending UFO click can sometimes really kill you. That's the click pattern I did. I don't think it's the best one, although do make sure to come up in the first one. It's just so you avoid just spamming into the spike here. Maybe double clicks will make it slightly better, especially down here. It's just not what I did. And you can alternate there. I just chose not to because that wasn't where I was dying. This wave is weirdly alignment based. It's better to do a double click here, but you can just randomly die to it. So it's kind of weird. You'll probably get a lot of ship deaths, or at least I had at the first ship of this part. This UFO is just, can you consistently do a click pattern? Now this part of the level is interesting, because the main part you'll die to is not necessarily, you'll probably die to these final spikes, but also just be careful of how you do this transition here. I prefer not to hit the block, but I've seen a lot of people do it because I guess it makes you more stable. You don't have to. Hello. Okay, so my mum just walked in, but we are good now. Yeah. So this is probably the hardest bit in this ship. You can die to here. It's easy to mess up here at these toxic monsters, but you've just got to concentrate. Now this is very easy to die to here and hit this spike. I've hit the bottom here a couple of times actually from clicking too late. It's just kind of it's a place where you can mess up very easily from stupid mistakes. This UFO again, it's just a click pattern. You've just got to get into a muscle memory, you'll be okay. Give me a sec. This timing down here is the hardest one in the part. But again, it's kind of a stupid fail point. This ball's not bad. I find it easier to do less clicks in this section, just because it gives you greater control. But to be honest, if you could alternate it, but I found that actually makes it less consistent. There is a very, very irritating slope somewhere about here. Yes, I have died to this twice from zero and a bunch of times in practice. I don't know why it was there. In the original level, it's flipped the other way, and so it isn't a problem. But I don't know why it was updated to be worse. It's gonna kill you from zero. It's not bad in runs at all, but it will just straight up kill you from zero. Oh, I forgot to talk. I forgot to talk about something. Okay, so you're meant to do it. What? I don't know what happened there. You're meant to do this UFO like this. Something like that, and you're supposed to obviously click the final one. But I find it so much more consistent, just double click. You can still die from double clicking there, it doesn't make it like free. But if you are confident with the timings and you just do it correctly, I have messed up zero a bunch of times there, but it's fine. I have died at this ball, but to be honest, it's frankly just a nerve death. I've died here, which is annoying. You've just got to make sure you're clicking these correctly, and I know that sounds obvious, but don't do what I'd refer to as lazy clicking, where you just don't click as fast as you usually do. You've got to make sure you're clicking these nice and quickly, otherwise you will go too late into here and hit this. This is where I do something else weird. Make sure you go as early as you can on... Why am I pointing with my finger? On this click here. I did die here once in zero, but to be honest, if you go too late, then you die over here way more consistently than you hit this top bit. So if I go late there, actually no, I'm not going to bother. Again, that UFO is just alignment based. I found it easy to spam here just because if you can do it like that, it's just I was very close to hitting that spike over there. And I generally find if you do alternating, you just have a bit more control. Although I do find it easier if you stop alternating in the final section. It just gives you a little bit more control, which I know is counterintuitive to what I just said. But with the tighter gaps, alternating gives you better control, and with the more open gaps where you have room to move yourself with lower CPS, then not alternating is generally better. At least that's what I found. Obviously everything I say here is subject to different skill sets. This click here is... You've just got to learn the timing for it. It seems really inconsistent when you're starting the level. Trust me, it's purely a muscle memory timing. That's fine, but there's not much to it. Just be careful with this ship here, and also be careful not to do this and die to this ball click, and be careful not to come down too quickly from here. I would not be surprised if I died to this ship or either of those two zero at all. It's just luckily I didn't. And this final click is not hard at all. Please don't screw up there, I am begging of you. So anyway, with that over with, I hope anything I said there helped you the level, and enjoy the completion. beat Bloodbath! I beat Bloodbath. Oh my god. GG, bro.